When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
Leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Grab near the marker. It's Young. Ooh, he got loose. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal.
Turning it on! They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line. He'll do it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
To the air, it's Russell. Quarterback extends the play. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gainer.
Quarterback will keep it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Mississippi State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better
coming out aggressively. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The give out of the gun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Complete to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Motion from the back. The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Might be looking to run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Touchdown time! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Mississippi State going up tempo. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's got it. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Russell. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Scott. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
No gain on the play. Second down.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Russell. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, third and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Vaughn.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Got it behind the line, it's Sampson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Coleman Hope. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. He splits the upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Leaves it with the running back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style, and you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
He'll keep it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Alabama pushing the tempo. That's reeled in. It's Scott. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown, Bama. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Short gain on the play before he slides. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Using his legs, it's Vaughn. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Coleman Hope. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to fire. Right on target this time. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Young. He's out past the 35. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
And man, does he keep you honest. Just a guy that can run the football, that can make plays with his legs. You've seen it throughout the day. Listen, this wasn't a big play, but it can be death by 1,000 cuts. He just continues to scramble, make plays, make you defend his feet for a whole game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Young. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Here comes the heat. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. Alabama quickly back to the line. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Russell. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivalries. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Pulls it in. It's Sampson. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Throwing right. Complete in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin. playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line, you knew every single time you drop back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 8.
Touchdown, Alabama! Special teams proving to be special. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Russell. Makes the catch, it's Scott. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Release to the back. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll run play action. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbells ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. The snap sets up to throw. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Mississippi State going up tempo.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll send 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Snags it quickly on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Takes a handoff. It's Riley. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Right back to the well. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Scott.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Back to pass, it's Russell. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it left. And that one's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Give to the running back. There he goes. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Russell. He's going to take off. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day.
Man, I love it when my QB not only uses his athletic ability, but uses his head. Nice job here. Nothing open. Don't force the football. You've got the lead. It's the 4th quarter. Nice job taking off.
And into the end zone. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on the first one.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Oh, they blocked the extra point. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Snagged in the middle. It's Gresham. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Got it in the middle, it's Gresham. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Makes the grab on the left. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Fires left. Wide open downfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Knocked off his feet.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle, it's Scott. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks